Hey there, welcome back to What's Your Take? Today we're going to talk about college basketball again, but just about one team. I'm going to start doing some of these videos where I just talk about one team and why you should be watching these teams during the season and maybe pick them in your March Madness bracket come tournament time. So today we're going to talk about the number 4th team in the nation, Auburn. Now I know, Auburn, you think like football, SEC, but I hate to say it, but the SEC is, if not the best, one of the best conferences in college basketball this year, which is really weird because it's football, and they don't really think of the SEC for basketball. But this year they got a pretty good basketball conference. Auburn is ranked number 4. They're at the top of the SEC conference this year. They're 15-1 overall, 4-0 in the SEC. They just had a great game on Tuesday against Alabama, where they won 81-77. And probably the main reason why you should watch Auburn basketball this year is because I think they got the number 1 pick for the NBA draft. Could be the number 1 player in the country this year. He's only a freshman. Jabari Smith. Yeah, he scored 25 points, 8 for 14 for shooting, and 6 for 10 from the free throw line against Alabama on Tuesday. I mean, this guy is athletic. He's lengthy. He can rebound. He can score. I think he's going to do great in the NBA. And I'm a Duke fan. And they got several guys that could maybe go number 1. But I'm saying this Jabari Smith, he would, if I'm a GM in the NBA, I'd pick Jabari Smith if I had the number 1 pick in the NBA draft. So, but not just Jabari Smith. I think he's like the only starting freshman in the Auburn starting 5. Sophomore. Oh, sorry. Jabari Smith, his averages, just tell you his averages. He averages 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, only 2 assists, but he's like their main option. So they're always running plays for him, trying to get him open, and he's just fun to watch. He can score. He averages 16, but he can go off for 20 when he wants to. But he doesn't need to always carry the team because they got so many good weapons. Sophomore KD Johnson, he averages 12 points a game. He had 28 against Florida a couple of days ago. Shoots 40% from the field goal for field goals. Oh, Jabari Smith, he also shoots 45% for field goals. So they got guys that can shoot. Alan Falligan, he averages about 8 points, but he's a good role player. Falligan, he averages 7.8 points per game, so almost 10, but he's a good player. He averages 4 rebounds, shoots 48% from the field, which is pretty good. So he's a nice role player for the Auburn Tigers. He was in the starting 5. But my favorite guy probably to watch on the team besides Jabari Smith is Walker Kessler. Kessler averages 9 points a game, 7 rebounds, shoots 58% from the field. Probably most of his shots are inside because he's a big man, but he can get a double-double when he wants to. Now, Alabama, he did not play good. He had 2 points, 2 rebounds. He actually fouled out, so was in some foul trouble, but he went off and had a double-double against South Carolina for 12 points and 10 rebounds. And then against LSU, he had a triple-double. 10 rebounds, 11 blocks. That's what's surprising. He had 11 blocks and 16 points. He is a huge factor for Auburn when he gets going. Yeah, he may be like the second or third leading scorer sometimes on the team, but when you get Kessler involved, Auburn's going to win. Off the bench, you're just crazy. Off the bench, they got Wandell Green Jr., who averages 13 points a game, 4.6 assists, almost 5 assists a game, shoots 40% from the field. I mean, this guy comes off the bench, and he's like their second leading scorer, second or third sometimes, depending on what KD Johnson has. But that's crazy. This guy comes off the bench, and he's just playing like a starter. I looked at it. Him and Johnson's times him and John Slime switch minutes, or like he'll switch minutes with the point guard. I don't have his stats down, but he comes off the bench sometimes and he'll play like 28 to 32 minutes a game. So that you know a team is strong when one of their best scorers doesn't even start. Now Auburn, like I looked it up and they don't on ESPN.com, and they don't even have a guy in the top like 100 for like scoring averages. But they're just a well-rounded team. They got good sophomores and juniors. You know, Jabari Smith is their only real big freshman that plays and people know on the team. So they're not that young. And this team could make it to the Final Four again, like they did back in 2019. Except this time, they are legit. Like, people are watching this Auburn team, and they're like a favorite. They could be, right now, if they stay at where they are, they'll be a #1 seed in the tournament. They're 22nd in the nation in points per game at 80.6 points per game. As a team, they shoot 45% from the field, 38% from threes. They're #1 in the nation in block shots. They have 130 blocks as a team, blocking the other opponent's shots. They average 8 blocks a game, and that's, I mean, to me, that's intimidation. You know these guys, #1 in the nation, they're not afraid. If they're going to get called for a foul, they'll send your shot back. They are good defensively. And the one team that's close to them in blocks is UConn with 107. So they are killing it in block shots a game on defense. So watch out for Auburn. They got good role players and good stars on this team. They're just a well-rounded team. Yeah, they have a star in Jabari Smith, and you would think someone that is picked to maybe be a top 5 pick in the NBA draft would score over 20 points a game. That would be the average. But he's only scoring 16 points because he doesn't need to do all the scoring because they got all kinds of weapons on their team. And the guys I mentioned were just a few of the guys that can step up. So overall, like I said, Auburn's a well-rounded team, and look out for them come tournament time. Their next game is on Saturday against Ole Miss. So if you're looking for something to do, watch the Auburn game at 7:30 on Saturday night. Stay tuned for more of these kind of episodes where I just talk about one college basketball team and little short clips on their stats and why you should watch them. Thanks for watching. What's your take?